In this example, I'm looking at a switch statement in C#. So I'm writing the code in here behind the button. What I'm doing is I'm putting in here int weekday. I'll just give it a value there of 3. So switch statement is an alternative to an if-else. So what I want to put in here, if the weekday is 1, Monday, else if the weekday is 2, Tuesday, but you can use a switch instead. Now, what I did there when I was typing that up, I typed in switch, I hit tab, and it will put in that code snippet for you. So what am I switching on? I'm switching on the variable called weekday. Now, a switch statement can evaluate an integral type, like a byte, int, short or long. It can switch on an enum, a string, or a character. Now, in here, what I'm putting in here is, so this version of Visual Studio here is giving quite a little bit of help. So I'm going with case 1, and now I'm going to do a printout. So I'm going to do Debug.WriteLine. And if it's case 1, put in Monday, and so on, case 2 and Tuesday. Now, just hovering over there, can I fall through? Okay, so I haven't put in a break statement, so I'll need a break there. Now I'm just going to pause this while I type in the rest. Now I've typed up the rest of this. So looking here at case 5, I've deliberately left out the break statement. Gives the error there, control cannot fall through from one case label to another. So once you put in some code in your case part, you have to put in a break then before it can go to the next case. Now there is an alternative to that, and I'll show you there underneath. Now, so I have a weekday 3, so obviously it'll match with case 3. It will print out Wednesday, and then the switch statement will finish. It will exit. Here I have, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, case 1 to 5. 6 and 7 there, I just have weekend. Now, instead of repeating the same write line, the same Debug.WriteLine, what you can do is you can put in case 6 and case 7. So if it's case 6 or case 7, both would execute there and it would print out weekend. So you couldn't, for example, put a break there in between, just on case 6. Now, the default will execute when none of the other cases match. So currently I have nothing in there at the minute, so I put in debug, and of course spell it right. Debug.WriteLine. And this will be maybe an incorrect value. So if none of the case statements match, the default will execute. And the default, it doesn't have to appear at the end, although typically it is at the end. You could pop it in anywhere at all. It will only execute when none of the other cases match. Now, that is our switch statement in C#, so you can match on an integral type, an enum, a char, or a byte, or a string there as well. So just execute this to make sure that that's okay. So when I hit execute there, case 3, so it'll match their Debug.WriteLine, and we should get a Wednesday there when that decides to run. So I have it beside that button, behind that button, so Wednesday, and just a little test there as well. If I were to change that to say 10, for instance, and run it again, and click on the button again there, an incorrect value. So that is the switch statement in C#.